Omnimon seems to be the new boogeyman of the meta. People worry that this deck will go unchecked in the next ban list and run away with the meta. I think that is probably correct. It can be bricky sometimes, and there are strategies to play around it by either Tamer Deletion, Ruin Mode, or a Floodgate that stops you from playing by effects or ignoring Digivolution requirements. As well as with Black Wall Grey coming in the EX10 format, we might see more Tamer hate running around, so maybe that will balance it out. But right now, I do agree that Omnimon is quite strong. Today, I have a list that I think is a good base if anybody wants to pick up the deck and modify to suit their needs. I think this is a good starting point. I think the CS base with the Sunamon as the egg is just a better egg. Be able to run the black level 3s, as well as be able to run this memory boost if you don't find your level 3s, is a lot better, especially because this memory boost searches out your Nokias, and Nokia is a very key part of this deck. So I generally like the Detective Agency over Wisteria memory boost because that only searches Digimon. Not only that, the inheritable to draw one when you play a CS trait actually comes up a lot more than I was expecting. I guess it's not as good as the Kuromon, but I don't have to risk swinging into security when I don't want to, just to get a draw. Being able to raise out a Digimon and raising, play out this Gabumon, get a top 2 search as well, also drawing a card, really feels really good. However, it definitely doesn't trigger as much as that Kuromon. A level 3 lineup going 4 of the Gabu, 4 of the Argu. This is pretty standard. We need the end of turn DNA effect in order to go into our Omnimons, and this is where we get it from. The old Argu and Gabu from BT17 really don't do much without the Mat ties, so these are much better. Again, running CS base, so we can run these EX4 level 3s. They search top 3 and grab 2 cards, depending upon names. They also give you 1 memory when digivolving into the other. So if you start your evolution change by going War Grey into Agumon and then using War Grey's effect to digivolve your Gabumon on field, you can gain 1 memory back. That can help by keeping turn going into the Alter S. But the downside of these cards is they place at the top of the deck. That can sometimes be an upside, especially if you're looking for the Nokia. You don't bot deck her when you search with these rookies. However, if you're bricking really hard and trying to look for, say, a middle Garurumon and you don't find it, putting 2 cards to the top of the deck sometimes just really hurts. So they're basically a double-edged sword. I'm running this Agumon. You can obviously take this out and just run 1 more of each of the EX4 rookies for more consistency, but I'm running this Agumon just because of how much Tamer hate I've been encountering on the sim as well as in my locals. People really don't like Nokia, so this card kind of gets around that by having 10k DP or more. You can warp this Agumon into a War Greymon for 4 cost. So 1, it also helps with the Alter S combo to keep turn, and 2, it helps if you need to play an Agumon from your trash using Miraculous. It lets you save some memory because 2 memory for the Miraculous and then 4 memory for the Agumon is basically the same as playing 6 memory for the War Grey. So again, that can also help keep turn if you need it to go into the Alter S. Other rookies I'm considering are Ukamon. I'm thinking about actually taking out this memory boost and playing Ukamon. I think that's personal preference. I've tried both of them out. I still like the memory boost to keep turn for the Alter S, but 100% try it out if you really like Ukamon. I think Ukamon is very strong, but we'll see if it survives the next ban list. For level 6s, it's pretty standard. We've got 2 of the old level 6 and 4 of the new level 6 for both War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. We mainly just want to see the new ones because the new ones have a better removal effect, bouncing anything with the lowest level or the lowest DP. It will delete the lowest BP and bounce the lowest level to hand. Well, the old ones stun and only delete an 8k, so it's a lot less removal. However, the stun can be very important, as well as the 8k can sometimes come up, but the stun's the main one where you're able to stun your opponent's Tamers, especially because this deck has so much removal. If you remove their board, stunning the Tamers can slow them down quite a bit, especially against stuff like Galaxy or against Magna X, where you can stop the Magna X from getting immunity by swinging in. So they require something like Blinding Ray or Jesmon GX to slot underneath another Magna X to reactivate protection. But I don't think I can say too much about the level 6s. You can play around the ratios yourself, but I think 6 of each of them is a pretty good starting point. Now level 7s, we're running 3 of the CS Omni. I'm kind of tempted to take out an Omni Ace and run on the 4th one because this is just your best Omni in the deck. Being able to have blocker decode can be very hard for your opponent to deal with. Obviously, decode doesn't trigger with battle deletion, so you don't really want to block and die. However, just being able to have decode and having it really hard for your opponent to out without sorting out these level 3s and either setting you up for next turn or getting you searching as well as returning cards that you need from your trash to your hand can be very good. But not only that, this card also has the ability to attack when digivolving, so it doesn't require the Mat tie in order to start chipping away at your opponent's security. Especially if your opponent's security is at 1 with the trash from the War Greymon, you are able to swing with lethal by attacking, trashing, and then you're swinging for game. As well as this also has the benefit of being able to delete something twice in the same effect window. What I mean by that is you will be able to bot deck something and then you're able to attack. So because it's the same timing, before any of the other effects trigger, you basically have priority to activate your when attacking effect, which will delete the lowest DP. And if the lowest DP is one of the Digimon that has already used its protection from the deletion effect, you're able to delete it again before any effects go off. This can be very handy in the mirror, because if they try to use Miraculous Mega Knight in order to protect themselves by going into, say, an Omni Alter S, before their Alter S is when Digivolving effect will go off, when attacking effect will delete their lowest DP, and if that happens to be Alter S, your Alter S will be deleted. So Miraculous Mega Knight can be a lot worse in the mirror match. Omni Ace also can double delete, bot deck something and delete something. So very good against Diaboromon. If they have a lot of tokens, you bot deck all their tokens in the Diaboromons. They use the Diaboromon protection effect to delete one of the Diaboromon to survive, and then you delete the Diaboromon that survives. However, you run into the trouble of Armageddon stops all your when Digivolving effects, and that's another reason why Omni Ace is really good, is because you can just hard slam it, delete the Armageddon. As long as you don't die the next turn, you generally are stable. Again, also Omnimon helps with some other floodgates, just on play, delete something, but generally we're running it because it's an ace. So if you have Miraculous on the field and then a level 6, you're basically guaranteed to go into one Omni and remove their field. If they try to attack you and remove you through battle, because the Miraculous doesn't protect you from battle, you can Omni Ace them and remove their stack. It becomes very frustrating for players I've seen. If you have that set up on the field and have Ace in hand, they're very reluctant to do anything. And of course, Alter S, the new problem card in the game. This card helps you go for game. You only need 5 memory in order to keep turns. You can get 1 from one of the Gabu or the Argus. Going up in your combo, you can get 2 from the Detective Agency or 2 from Matt Tai. So you just need 2 of any combination of Rookie Boost or Matt Tai in order to, plus with the set 3 from Nokia in order to keep turn with Alter S, and that allows you to just OTK them from 5 if you have another Omnimon in hand, as well as being immune from the first effect, and by the time the second Omnimon comes out, they shouldn't have a board. This card is definitely a problem, and I definitely makes this deck a lot stronger, just being able to stall and then go for game. You don't necessarily have to swing into security. Now, for options, running 4 Miraculous, this card is insane, being able to play out one of our rookies from our trash, and Recur It is really good, but it also allows us to play from hand. So if we need the memory in order to play a rookie, it just reduces it by 1, even if we don't have the one in trash and the one we need is from hand. We can still play it from hand, as well as it gives us protection and allows us to go into one of our Omnimons. Not battle protection, but still any protection that's not battle is very, very strong against decks that don't have raid. Again, running the CS memory boost, this allows us to play it if we have a CS trait, Digimon or Tamer on the field. So again, this includes raising. I like it much more than Wisteria. It searches everything that matters in the deck in terms of the Metal Garurumon, the Wargrey, the Omnimon. It searches your Nokia. Those are sort of the main combo pieces. However, it does bot deck, say, the Alter S, the Omnimons, some of your level 3s. But I mainly just like it because it can search your Nokias, and without the Nokias, the deck really struggles. So I definitely like this a lot more than the Wisteria memory boost. For Tamers, running 4 Nokia, this is obviously one of our main linchpins of the deck, so getting her out as soon as possible is very good, especially if you can play out a Gabumon. Sometimes if she comes out of security, it's not wise to play out a Gabumon. Again, rookie management is the key to this deck. Rookies on field as well as rookies in hand. You don't want to overextend, and you don't want to have, say, all Agumons on field while all your Gabumons are deleted. You generally want to try to balance things out, so you don't always want to play something off this Nokia. However, being able to play for 5 a Tamer and a Digimon is actually very, very strong, especially because most of these Digimon, 8 of them search you things, and only 2 of them don't have an on-play effect. As well as the DP definitely does come up, especially in the mirror match where the extra DP can help you. The mirror is great because she can play out your Nokia for free at the start of the turn. Usually people, if they see a mirror, they're going to choke you to 1 most of the time. So it can be quite hard to play a Nokia and then combo off immediately. But just being able to play the Nokia for free as well as the mirror allows you to trash a card in hand and draw 2. Trash a CS trait card, I should specifically say. You don't actually have to trash a card if you don't want to, but she's probably better than a searcher, especially for something like Yugo. Yugo reveals top 3 and adds a CS trait, so while that searches top 3, I think is sometimes better because it's only searching CS trait. You don't actually search a lot of your deck. So draw 2 is definitely better for whiffing. Yugo effect allows you to reduce the play cost of the next Digimon or Tamer with the CS trait by 2. I actually quite like that effect because it allows you to choke your opponent. Let's say you have the Nokia out already. You can play a Yugo for 3 and then play another Yugo for 1. And then you search top 6, but again, you're only searching for CS. I'm on the fence because sometimes it's just better to hard drop the Nokia, but I think the Mirror or its draw 2 is actually better most of the time than the Yugo, but I definitely think that you should try the Yugo out and see if you like it because I actually don't mind the card. I think if we get more CS cards in this deck and totally see Yugo making more of a appearance in it. So that's the deck. I am still worried about how this deck shapes up post-meta. I do think that the Blackwall Greymon Ace kind of counters this deck quite a bit, but it has anti-strategy. If you kill the Nokia, the level 6s are able to kill the Blackwall Grey. However, if you don't kill the Nokia, then the level 6s cannot touch you. I don't know if that's good or bad. We'll see that when we get EX10 and see how the meta shakes up. But I definitely think this deck might be a little bit overtuned. I've definitely heard groans from people at locals when I played this. So let me know your thoughts in the comments if you think Omnimon is too strong and if something should be hit, what should be hit. Most likely Miraculous. You can replace that with like Future Potential, but again, it doesn't have the protection effect. So the deck becomes a little bit less reactive, a little bit more easy to deal with. But I'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. Let's get into some games and see how it plays. Do we keep this hand going first? It's not too bad. We have to find something with the Nokia. Sure, let's keep it. Hopefully you find a Gabu. We really want to find the Gabus. Because we can find a Nokia and a Gabu. The Miraculous, you just start looping the Gabu over and over again. Gabu on Sunamon. Okay, we got a combo here. Let's get rid of the middle Guru, because at least if we find a Nokia, we can go middle Wall Greymon on top of the Omnimon, and also we can use the Omnimon to, not the Omnimon, so the Argamon. At least we can use Miraculous to get the Agumon back. We found a Nokia, so that's really good. We're just missing a Gabu. Looks like we're versing Galaxy. I'm surprised he didn't hard play that. If it was me, I would have hard played put to 1, just because on play when Digivolving is the same. And he's going to Lunamon. Okay. I think we do raise here. We put him to 4, but we get, maybe not, because he's going to get 4 memory anyway. But if we can delete another Digimon, he's going to bounce that back to hand and gain 2 memory. So we could raise here, swap out to Nokia, and then Wargrey delete lowest. Going to put him to 4 regardless, and he can go 1 and 2 things. So I'm actually fine with not raising here. I think we just play the Nokia out. I think we just play the Thai mat here and hope that he hits some security so we can actually use Miraculous. Get us a rookie out. He's going to do his thing, get a ton of memory. At least he draws us a card. Okay, cool. We have the Mega Guru, so we don't even need to get the Argamon back to hand. We can... Does this stun Tamers? Digimon can't suspend, so it doesn't stun Tamers. Thank God. Saves us some memory with the Time Mat, so an Omnimon combo is only going to cost us 4 memory rather than the 6. And he's going to need to play another Digimon out here, or else we can just raise this Argu and go into a Wargrey to clear the board. He manages to find his level 6. So he's going to scramble into that. You're just going to be careful about Hexablow. Hexablow's running around a lot. Bot deck Nokia. But with the Mat Thai, at least gives us some sort of a backup plan. He hits a rookie into security. That's really, really big for us because at least gets us some searching Miraculous. And because he's putting us to 4 with a Mem Setter, we definitely can use the Miraculous here. Because actually, we use the Miraculous. We put him to 2. We Digivolve for 6. Put him to 4. Gain 1 back. Yes, we can use Miraculous here. Okay, let's raise out. We will not use Nokia's effect. We have to use Miraculous. Play out the Argamon. Let's reveal the top 3. Oh, this is really, really good because we can get the Wargrey and we can get the Metal Guru. And because of the Mat Thai, we can actually use its effect. So what we want to do, I think my play is we're going to drop the Metal Guru, Digivolve. We're going to Digivolve this Argamon because we need the end of turn DNA in here. We're going to Digivolve into the Wargreymon here. Use its effect, delete lowest. Gain the 2 memory back with the Mat Thai. Let's Digivolve into Alter S here. Finding the Gabu was great. We can then use the Thai Mat to attack with the Alter S. With Trash Top unsuspend. Let's play out the Wargrey and the Metal Guru. And we'll use the Metal Garurumon effect to stun his Tamer. And now we have a pretty good setup. If any of these leave the field, we can activate the Miraculous to play out the Omni. We're not going to get the decode, but at least is going to give us enough interruption. He's going to need to usually have a Digimon to remove this off the field. And currently we're threatening lethal with currently 3 attacks and 3 more damage with an Omni, because Omni typically is going to do 3 damage, 1 from the unsuspend, 1 from the trash, and then 1 from the 3rd attack. He's going to scramble back the Lunamon here. I'm assuming he's not going to activate the starter main effect. He could to gain some memory, but he's not going to. He's going to Digivolve in the back, gets in the drawer. I suspect we're going to see some Gargamons. No, he's going to go to the Lakismon first. He can use this to place the top card underneath, gain 2 memory, and then go into Galgamon, but it looks like he's struggling here. He's thinking probably about how to out this board. He's going to place it back under, gain 2. Gargo time? Yes. There's the dog. I'm going to draw on. He's going to draw on. I only have 7 cards in hand, unfortunately, for him. I'm expecting a Hexablow, but an Omnimon, if he doesn't remove one of our level 6s, an Omnimon just out the Hexablow, and if he goes into Hexablow to remove the level 6, which I don't think Hexablow can do, an Omnimon just kills him there too. So I'm expecting, as soon as he triggers Miraculous, that the Omnimon is going to come out and he's going to scoop. That's what I would suspect. He's going to stun our Tamer. So he's confident he can wipe our board. I'm interested to see how he will do that. Or maybe he thinks that it's better to stun the Tamer rather than stunning the level 6s, which are just going to go into an Omnimon. But I would have stunned the level 3, because at least with stunning the level 3, it forces us to swing with one of our level 6s first if we do not have another DNA Nokia, if we can't make another one. This is not going to be able to attack, so again, I'm surprised. And we can just out this because I don't believe he has enough protection. He can trash the 2 level 4s, but I think the Omnimon just kills him here. So let's do that. Omnimon will bot deck his stack. Oh, I thought he had protection. Is that not what that card does? I have to reread it. Unsuspend and trash top security. Yeah, see, if he stunned the Agumon, and if I swung with the Metal Garurumon, which I probably would have, probably would have swung with the higher DP Digimon, he probably could have held off. Our only out there was to play the Gabu, and then Gabu do a Omni combo with the Agumon still on field into another Omnimon, which we did have. So maybe hitting the time mat's fine, but I don't know if he had much of a win there. Oh, I like this hand. We're going second, so we could Nokia. Yeah, let's keep this. We can Nokia in the back and just play the Gabu. Don't worry about hatching. Or we could hatch Digivolve in the back. Depends. If he gives us 3, I think we actually don't know what do we do. Looks like we're versing Gas. This is the very big scary deck that's Omni adjacent. Oh, we got a Gabu. Okay, very much we're going to Gabumon on the back and then play the Nokia out and play the Gabu. The thing against playing Gas is they're all Gas and we have to outspeed. I think we have Miraculous, but they have access to Digivolve. We need an Agu. Yeah, let's take the Agu and let's take the Gabu. We don't need the Mirai in the situation. Next turn, I think we just play out this Agumon. No, we need the Agumon. It's our only one. So, I think we do raise then. We do raise. Okay, he's going to give us 1, but unfortunately we go to 3 for him. That's good for us. We do find a very good card for this matchup because we can hard play it with the Matai Digivolve and then have a level 6 that can't be Digivolved. So I think we raise here. I think we just go fast-ish. So I think we Detective Agency. We will grab our War Greymon because that's the only thing we can take from here. We like that Guru. That's fine. That's the biggest problem with this card. So if we Gabu'd first, I would have been in a much better position. Let's swing with this Gabu. Perfect. We don't have to worry too much. Do we Miraculous here? I think we hold on to Miraculous and we just play this other Gabu. We will draw 1, and Miraculous is not very useful, and neither is that. So I would rather grab the Agu because we're missing a lot of Agus in this end of turn DNAs, and we'll grab the Detective Agency. This is the one reason why I like the Detective Agency. So while it can't grab level 6s that don't have the CS trait, it at least can search itself as well as the Gabumon searches it. Okay, he's raising here, so I'm kind of scared. He's going to Mat here. I don't think he has enough memory to go into the full combo, but maybe he does. If he doesn't, we at least have next turn to clear the board and the next turn to win the game. I think that's totally doable. He's just going to swing at security here. Does that do anything? No, he's just going to draw more. Okay, that's really good for us. Probably just try to clear off Gabumon on the field and try to remove his Gabu. But we're missing a Metal Garurumon still. So we might still have to pass a bit of memory over. We might have to pop this memory boost just so we don't give him too much memory next turn to work with. Okay, so we really want to keep Okay, we got a Gabu, and this Gabu plus this Gabu gives us 2 memory. Oh, sorry, it gives us 1 memory when we digivolve, and plus the detective agency we can keep turn with an Omnimon, so we don't want to use this next turn because we can just drop any old Gabumon and keep turn next turn with an Agumon. So I think the play here is to, I know we said we could keep it. We're going to actually memory boost and then use this memory boost to choke, because again, we're still missing. We'll take the Mirei. A Garuru. Are we dead? Are we dead if we keep this alive? If we put him to 1? No, I don't think so. Because this, when an ad card gets added to hand, I think if we put him to 1, he still can't do it. So I think we just go for trying to win next turn. So we just swing at security. If we hit a memory boost, we have to deal with that. Putting him to 3 won't kill him next turn. So put him to, there's the memory boost. Okay, now we have to deal with this Gabuon field, and I think the way to do that is to give him 6. He can do stuff from 6, can't he? It's unfortunate, but we're hoping that because he had to draw, let's hope he doesn't have it. I think that's the only thing we can do. We'll trash a middle Greymon here. Putting him to 1 memory, he can get 1 back from this, and he can training here. Gets the search with the X. I would have liked to remove it. He gets another middle Garuru. That's very scary. Wait. When a card gets handed to hand. Sure, he can get 2 memory here. He has enough memory to do the combo. I'm not worried too much about the memory. Actually, he's only got 10 cards in hand. Okay, he's going to digivolve into this weird Garuru, which gives him memory when he attacks. So that's some more memory. Sagittarius costs 1. And then he goes to 7 in order to do his combo. Gains 2 bat from the Mat tie. He gains 1 back from that attacking. And then he's only going to gain 2 back. Am I missing something? But he's passing turn here by doing this, right? Oh no, he's going to gain 1 memory back from when attacking, and then he's going to gain 2 more. Yeah, let's use this. Let's just play out the Warp Argu, I guess. No, let's grab the Ace back. Yeah, he is going to gain 2 memory here. Damn. Let's just hope he doesn't have another Omnimon. But I'm assuming he does. Now, the thing is, he needs 2 more Omnimons to win the game, correct? Apparently, he doesn't have any of his when attacking effects. 2 draw cards. He gets to draw. It looks like he's missing an Omni. Yep, he is missing the Omni. And that should be GG. There's the Omni right there. I say it should be GG. It's not GG because, never mind, we found the middle Garurumon. I'm going to say we're going to search it off this. Because of that, we will not raise. We will just play this Gabu out from hand. And we'll just take this Omni. Why not? It doesn't matter too much. Actually, wait, it does matter. I just realized we only have... He healed because of the Alteress, so we don't actually have lethal anymore. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? We get a bunch of memory back from this. I don't know. Let's remove the board first and then work it out later. So we're going to digivolve the Gabu first. One of your Agumon will digivolve. Doesn't matter. We're bottom decking both of these. Gain 1 memory from this effect. Doesn't really matter. We didn't find Alteress, which would have been good. Let's go. Oh, I just realized we made a mistake. If we find another Garurumon, we actually did have lethal. Because we could have miraculous played out the Gabu, and then if we didn't go into this War Grey, we could have hard slammed that War Grey. Anyway, let's just put him down to 0. And I think we set up I think our best bet is to miraculous play the Gabu. I think we might have had one in our trash as well. Oh, we found exactly what we needed. Wow, what a coincidence. We'll grab 1 Omni and Tick and 1 Seer's trait. This was our only out. And we managed to find it. If we didn't mess up and we didn't use this War Grey and we used this War Grey instead, we would have been in a much better position because we just hard slammed that. But for now, we can just use miraculous. Do we have a Agu in trash? No. So we will do from our hand. We will play this Agumon. And then we will return. Let's return the War Grey we should have had, but it doesn't matter because we can go Agumon into gain the 1 memory from the Omni that reset its inheritables. Digivolve into the War Greymon. And then I would go into Omnimon or Alteress to end the game for style, but that will not be able to attack. So we'll just go into the CS Omni and then we'll swing for the game. Boom. Yeah, we have to do these effects, but that's GG. This is a really, really good starting hand. We've probably going to go Mireille, play Argu in the back, keep this hand. Mireille ditching Wargrey, then we can probably go Garbu in the back. It's a bit hard. This is the problem with Mireille, is that you have to ditch one, but let's see what we draw for turn first. We're versing Puppets. So Puppets can be kind of annoying, but just because they have a lot of interaction with us when we try to remove something, so we have to be very careful with our Wind Digivolving effects. Okay, we've got another Wargrey here, so we could probably get rid of this one. Let's go. I'll go in the back first. We actually have a lot of memory, so maybe we don't even play Mireille. Maybe we just go Nokia Gabu. Next turn, he does have the memory setter out. Next turn, he's going to go to 3. Actually, no, Gabu's fine because we pulled the Nokia would have been good because we could get the 3 memory next turn. We'll just get rid of the Wargrey, but we have the Miraculous, so we can... Ooh, this is bad, but good. No, I don't think we do it. I think we still just Gabu. We got the metal, that's alright. We'll grab the boost here. Let's just hope he doesn't have... He's only got 4 cards in hand, so let's hope he doesn't just have full combo to Kaguya. Okay, he's just going to wait in the back. It's really good for us. If we top deck an Omni, we can definitely go into an Omni. Well, not actually definitely. We can't go into an Omni because we only have the BT17 6s. However, we can use the Agumon here. Swing of the Agumon, it dies, use the Miraculous to play it back out again and grab the Wargrey. That's giving a lot of memory over. He's only got 3 cards in hand. He took the Chamfer Warp, but got rid of the level 5. That's interesting. I expect him to Digivolve into a level 4 on field so that he can... I can't even warp with the Honey. Okay, he's Digivolve in the back. Well, he's only got 4 cards in hand. We know he doesn't have the level 5 that lets him Digivolve for free. We're on 2. Let's raise here. Play out the Nokia. We won't get a search, but I think that's fine. I think all we do is we go Miraculous to play out Gabu. It's very good. We can grab this and then we can stat the top of our deck so we can grab the Gabu next turn. And then we can go 2 attacks at security. There's the Kaguya. And then we can go Detective Agency, grab us 2 memory for next turn so we can use Miraculous. We need to grab the Gabu here. And now next turn, play Gabumon out, we play Miraculous, and then grab the Argu back, grab the Wargrey, and then we can do our thing. We just have to hope we find an Omnimon somewhere. Oh, he's got the combo. We can combo. I'm assuming because he grabbed the Warp Chamfer, he does actually have another one of the non-Warp Chamfers. Actually, no, the Chamfer doesn't matter because he gets the Digivolve for free anyway here. So basically the same cost, but if you had the Warp, it would make a little bit more sense. Yeah, there we go. Delete that. That's going to kill our Gabu in a second. What does he have in trash to play out? I gave him the Shumon, so he's most likely going to be playing the Shumon out. He's just going to attack twice. That's interesting. Because he doesn't have Reboot. There's the Omni. Okay. Hopefully the Gabu finds us one of the 2 pieces, or else we can get it from trash. And then we can just bot deck both of them. Well, bot deck whatever he plays out and then swing. This is fine because that's just going to actually... No, he doesn't. He decides not to play a Shumon from his hand. Then he's going to play a Shumon from the trash. And that's fine. We just bot deck both of these and then swing and kill the Kaguya and we're good. So use this to play out the Gabu. Find an Alteress. That's not exactly what we wanted. Actually, we don't need the Wargrey because we can use the Gabu to warp with the Garuru. I don't know. I forgot we had the Wargrey in our hand. Go Omni and Tix all of them. So let's grab the Alteress and then let's Miraculous here. Bring back the Argu to grab that Omni. And then we'll pop the boost and then use the effect. What we got to do, as this is what's important, is we got to not select deleted Digimon with the Wargrey. We pulled Omni anyway. Because the Wargrey has deleted Digimon, but we're just going to choose Gabu because we don't want to delete anything or else Kaguya's going to set off. Omni here, we will bot deck 2 things. We'll bot deck these 2, and then we can swing security. That'll delete the Kaguya. Then we'll do one more check. Now it's a bit interesting. The opponent has a few plays because they have a memory setter. Well, we also just set them to 3, but because they have the Fabled Waltz, they can play something out, gain rush, tap this to gain rush, and then that will trigger the Fabled Waltz, allowing them to go up. So they can go into another Kaguya here. I don't know if it's going to do much. I'm just going to play Honey here. Grabbing back the Kaguya. He plays that out. He's going to tap the Tamer. It's going to get a rush. That's going to activate the Fabled Waltz, so he can Digivolve into the Kuku. I forget the name of this Digimon. Karakuru. Yep, there we go. It's going to delete this. Going to warp into the Kaguya, and then Kaguya's end of turn. Yeah, sure, we get -3, but Kaguya's end of turn is going to play out most likely. Oh, actually, I don't know what it's going to play out. And the problem is we have no rookies in hand. So when we swing, we're going to play out two things. However, the problem is for him is that doesn't matter. So we can just swing. He's going to delete us. He's going to delete the lowest. We're going to delete us. So we go to 3. There's a rookie. So the play I was going to make is we swing, he deletes us, we decode out, and then we can swing for game. However, this doesn't matter because now we have a Gabu. Kaguya only deletes lowest level or lowest EP. Yeah, lowest level. So we can swing, we will trash top of security, unsuspend, we delete the lowest DP, he will delete our lowest level, he can block here, but outside of that it's basically GG. There we go.